Was that a lawful request?
Yes.
What law am I breaking by being here?
You're filming cars in this car park.
And what law is that? What law is that breaking?
Trespassing. You need to leave.
And what is trespass a criminal matter? Is it? Is that a criminal offence?
So this is what everything comes down to. What exact law is actually being broken here in the UK? Officers cannot simply approach you, demand your information, or tell you to move along because they feel uncomfortable. The law does not operate on assumptions. It depends on lawful authority. Civil trespass is not a criminal offence. It is generally a civil issue, not an automatic reason for handcuffs. The situation only enters criminal territory if it develops into something such as aggravated trespass. And this encounter is nowhere near that point. Here, the officer cannot even identify a specific lawful power supporting her position. Still, she continues pressing the matter. This is where people become intimidated by confidence rather than actual correctness. Understand your rights, remain firm, and do not allow pressure or confusion to change the law before your eyes. My UK Rights Guide removes the complicated language. So, anyone can handle encounters like these with composure and confidence.
See, it's funny because when you think I'm doing something illegal, you come and accost me, but you were too busy to deal with these sorts of things 2 minutes ago when I reported an officer committing offences.
I can't deal. If an officer has committed an offence, I can't deal with that. It's not on my level. It needs to go to a sergeant or higher up or our PSC.
Well, so why don't you take the details, report it to a sergeant, but you're quite happy to come and accost me, but you can't deal with matters?
In the reception.
I don't want to go into the reception. I'm quite happy here.
Okay. If you want to discuss it, if you want someone to listen...
I don't want to discuss it. I've discussed it. I walked away after they left. Walked away. We've left it. That's it. She's followed me and accosted me after we've had that discussion. In a public area.
This is a private car park.
Right. Yeah, for vehicles. I walked through a footpath that had no signage, nothing, saying no public access. It says no public right-of-way on the road sign for vehicles. A right-of-way applies to roads, not to pedestrian footpaths. There is a pedestrian footpath, no obstructions, no signage. This is a public area, whether it's private or public property, it's a public...
The auditor's assessment here is absolutely accurate. No warning signs, no staff-only notices, no restricted area boards, and not even a clearly marked boundary. Under UK law, that kind of setup can lead members of the public to reasonably assume they are permitted to pass through. This is often described as an implied right of access. At most, the issue may concern civil trespass, which is generally a matter between the property owner and the individual. That's a matter for civil action, not automatically a police investigation. This distinction is important because police presence can sometimes make people assume a crime has been committed, when legally there may be no criminal matter to address.
Difference.
What do you want to do? What do you want to gain?
Be left alone.
Okay.
Who are you two? Sorry, you've come in and joined the conversation. Sorry?
No problem, police officers.
And what's your name and badge number?
89.
89?
Yeah.
DT, PC, DS?
89.
PC, 89. And yourself?
I'm DC 424.
DC 424. And you're both based here? Yeah.
But we're just saying, if you want, we can go over there, but we're just saying this is private property. This is a police car park.
Okay.
It's private property. So if you want to come back over there, by all means, we can go and try and sort out whatever your complaint is, but it's having it in our private property.
Okay.
We're not going to have that. So if you want to come over to the foyer, no problems at all. We can go and have a chat over there.
But the foyer is private property as well.
Yeah, but you can gain access.
I can gain access to this. We've just been through that. We've just been through this. There's nothing for pedestrians. Why not?
Because it's a secure, and it could be, you could pose a security...
Well, it's not secure, is it? If I've just managed to walk in here, it's not secure, is it?
All right.
You say secure, but it's not.
What's your purpose for being on this car park? Because our concern is...
I'm making a video.
It's a security breach that we're concerned about. So we're happy to talk to you, but while you're here, we've got concerns about security breach.
This is where the reasoning starts falling apart. The claim is that the auditor could be a potential security concern. But under the law, security concerns cannot simply rest on instinct or assumptions. They need some form of objective, supportable basis. If the location were genuinely sensitive, you might expect visible barriers, locked gates, secure fencing, or controlled keycard access. Instead, the reality appears to be an open route where anyone can walk through without being challenged. That suggests a potential weakness in how the site is secured rather than automatically making a member of the public responsible. The duty to properly secure a location generally rests with those managing it, not with civilians who lawfully enter an openly accessible space.
Do you have a warrant card or an ID card or something? You've given a call number.
I've told you my colour.
Thank you. Yeah, yeah. But your plane's closed, so I just want to see your warrant card as well.
So I'm willing to listen to you. We're both willing to listen to you and hear what you have to say. But
No, because you're just going to fob me off with the same stuff that the two PCs have.
Private car park.
Okay, so I'll give you a quick synopsis.
Over here, please, because we're not.
If a police, so you're a DC, so you're a ranking officer.
No, we're all the same rank.
You just said DC.
Yeah.
That's detective constable.
Yeah.
Is that not a higher rank than a police
No, it's
constable? Is it not? Okay, it's just a different area. In that case, then I don't want to talk. Then don't worry. I'll talk to a sergeant if you get me a sergeant.
We've got a sign to say it's gated for a reason.
Okay. So you see the no entry signs and that one. Like I said, private property, no public right of way. As we discussed, what right of way is not public access. A right of way is relevant to roads. That's what a right of way is. A public right of way is a public road that people can access with a vehicle. Yeah. As you can tell, I'm not in a vehicle. I'm not in a vehicle. If it's secure, right? So as you can see there,
I'm not going through it all with you.
Well,
you're going to try and do the whole. Oh, I know this legislation. I know that. I'm not really that fussed. I've just asked you to leave politely.
And I've declined. Yeah. Cool.
I just don't really see the point in you being here. Like I don't know.
I don't see the point in you being here either. But there we go.
Right, this is my job.
It's my job. I'm at work.
It's my working place.
Yeah, it's my place. This is my place of work right now as well.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Hello, sir.
Thank you. See, sensible. The most sensible person so far. Are you a sergeant?
Yeah, I am. For my
Thank you. Finally. Right. Okay. Well, we'll move away from the PCs because.
Are we already standing over there so the cars can move around?
Oh well, the cars can move around. I mean, where's the car going to move? Here. It's fine. We've got plenty of room.
Just asking where you stand.
We've got plenty of room. I just want to move away from the PCs. To be honest, I want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to them. So if you can come with me and if you want to talk to me away from the others, that's fine.
What I'm saying, sir, is there's operational police vehicles just moving here.
That's fine. I'm quite conscious of the road. I've managed this
many. Have a conversation with you, but can we just do it there?
I've managed this many years.
I'll tell you what. After we finish talking, you want to stand back here for a second. Can we just talk over there?
I'll tell you what.
I'm not trying to be difficult.
We can talk on the path here.
My name's Pete. What's your name?
Pete.
Yes.
And your collar number, Pete?
My name's DS1446. Pete McGill.
DS1446.
Yes.
Enter Detective Sergeant Pete McGill, and the atmosphere changes immediately. This is what measured policing can look like. McGill listens carefully, considers the facts, and acknowledges the unclear signage. He takes time to explain where civil matters end and criminal jurisdiction begins. The contrast becomes obvious. Respect in his tone, precision in his words, and a calm approach that reduces tension. This isn't about giving up authority. It's about using it wisely. McGill understands that unnecessary escalation can create more problems than it resolves. A display of professionalism that can help restore public confidence through one straightforward conversation.
Literally arrived and witnessed a police constable.
Yes.
Straight away. First thing, as soon as I get here, parked on the roundabout.
Right.
On the double yellows.
Yeah.
Engine on, idling,
Okay.
on his mobile phone.
Right.
So I go and approach.
Yeah.
He winds his window. So I ask him quite bluntly. I say, "Afternoon. Is there a reason you're parked on double yellows with your engine on your mobile phone?"
Yeah.
He says, "I'm doing work. I'm waiting for a prisoner to come out." And I said, "Okay." I said, "Are you on the phone to emergency services?"
Yeah.
"Are you paying at a drive-through?"
Okay.
No, he just rolls his window up.
Right. Okay. So you're saying you've seen an officer there. They've been sat there.
Yep.
Idling it, right.
Yeah. So idling's an offence.
Yeah.
Idling your vehicle. Being on your phone with the engine on, unless you're on the phone to 999,
Yeah.
or paying at a drive-through. Those are the exceptions to the new legislation.
Yeah.
Both offences.
Notice McGill's method. No interruptions and no rushing toward conclusions. The auditor records events exactly as they unfold, including minor but revealing examples of possible misconduct. Vehicles left idling where they perhaps shouldn't be. Phone use while behind the wheel. These details can easily go unnoticed when nobody is watching closely. That's where an audit can provide value. It isn't about creating drama. It's about bringing visibility. Even small mistakes can matter when officers are expected to uphold the same laws they enforce. Observation can be a powerful accountability tool, and without it, important details may quietly disappear into the background.
Did you introduce yourself?
I didn't know, and I'm not. No.
What name would you like me to refer to you as? You don't have to give your name at all, but
You can call me Sir or Power. You can call me Power. Yeah.
Power?
Yeah. Let's go with power. Yeah.
I'll go with sir, because power just I mean, that's what,
I didn't think you'd like it. That's why I said it. That's why I gave it as an option. I didn't think you would.
Mr. Power, does that sound right to you?
Mr. Power, that'd
Go
be
with Mr. Power.
No, my ego's not that big. Don't worry.
Well, you've got yourself power, you can have a little one. Right, okay. Basically, mate, you are absolutely entitled to film any vehicles you want around here.
Yep.
Not a problem. You have, if officers want to speak to officers, that's not an issue.
Yep.
The other thing I'd say is this area
Yep.
of the car is a private car park.
It is.
Work.
Yep.
So if you wanted to literally step on that pavement there and film my officers, film the cars, there's not an issue whatsoever.
So yeah, that's fine. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. So the discussion I was trying to have with them, or trying to tell them, right? So they're saying it's secure, it's restricted. You got the gates and all of that. I said, and that sign up there says private property, no public right of way. A right of way is a public road, right? It's not a public pavement. A right of way is a.
This is a private.
Yes, okay, but I'm getting to that bit. Okay, bear with me. So yes, it's private, but in a private premises, you can still have a public area. A public area does not define whether it's public property or not.
A public area.
Okay, so
as to check.
No. So as I've walked up towards the reception area, and then I've literally walked through here.
Yeah.
No signage for pedestrians saying private property, no public access. That would be the key.
Yeah.
All right. So yes, it is private property. Until I was asked to leave.
Yeah.
It's publicly accessible. It's still public area. It's still a public area. It's still publicly accessible. The only thing is, you have the right to repeal repeal that implied right of access.
Yes, and you know what? Don't disagree with anything you've just said there, Mr. Power. Not a problem. I agree the signage should be better here.
Yeah.
But equally, you're here to do an audit. I'm guessing that's your role.
Well done.
To do that, yes. It's not my first time on the road.
McGill doesn't posture or argue. He acknowledges that the signage could be clearer and recognizes the auditor's presence as legitimate. The way he handles the situation, listening, assessing, and responding without provocation, demonstrates the kind of discretion that can prevent unnecessary flashpoints. It's understated, yet powerful. One professional interaction like this can help repair hours of negative perception created by earlier mistakes. Other officers could certainly learn from that approach.
Know what you can and can't do. I've got an absolute issue. Anything you've described so far, I don't have a problem with. In terms of the officer, and if you've had an issue, if you filmed something, if you do want to make a complaint about that.
I don't want to go through online. I was told a sergeant could deal with it. I've got his collar number, I've got his name. I want to report that to you now. If you want to take down his details, and you can deal with it.
Right, we can have a chat about whatever's happened there. But in terms of, you've raised a few things, haven't you? So right now, that implied consent of a sign is removed. So are we okay just standing over here now that that's been removed so we can talk?
No, I'm still going to stay here.
Okay, but what? I'm trying to be courteous to you.
I know, and I appreciate that, and that's why I'm not being as belligerent with you. But I am going to stand firm on where I stand, on where I am standing, literally.
But I don't understand why, if we've just covered that it's private premises and that implied right has been removed.
Yeah.
Because I agree, it isn't enough signage.
So
can you help me understand that rationale?
Because at the end of the day, they were. Not a gentleman, I've not met him yet, but the ladies were so belligerent about it, and the fact that I absolutely couldn't be here and absolutely was doing something wrong, especially the blonde officer. So I tried to raise the incident with the guy parked in his marked vehicle and doing all of that. Tried to raise it with her, was not interested, not her business, because she's a response officer. But then as soon as I come on here, she's got time to deal with that, but she can't deal with that. You see what I mean? That seems like favourability towards another police officer, the thick blue wall as we call it, standing behind the thin blue line, and not holding up her. No, I'm not saying you are, but she's not holding up her oath. Neither was the other gentleman I spoke to. But she's got plenty of time to come and deal with this, apparently, but she doesn't have time to deal with that.
What I can say is, if anyone has in any way talked to you and you felt it wasn't being courteous, I can only apologise for that, because ideally we don't want to have that kind of discourse.
It's not even about the courtesy.
You're a switched on bloke. You know exactly what you do with these audits. You understand that they're going to provoke a reaction in terms of a security response. That's going to happen, isn't it?
Not always. I've been to plenty of places, plenty of police stations, headquarters, where they just leave me to it.
Okay, but I'd imagine they would have spoke to you at some. They would have said hello. They didn't say anything to you. Okay, well that might be because they didn't know. It's generally speaking.
No. They see me. They might give a wave. But
in a police station car park going around different cars, we'd usually stop to say, just as I've done with you, I'm not demanding your details. You don't have to give me them, as you bloody well know. Not trying to make your life in any way difficult. And in fact, I want to help enable you to do your audit and what you want to do. But as you've just explained, once that right has been revoked for the private premises, it's been revoked.
Right.
So the fact that you have been treated poorly, or you feel like someone's been rude to you, that doesn't change the fact that it's been revoked, does it? And
It doesn't. But once it's been revoked, it becomes an issue of civil trespass, doesn't it? And you knew I was coming with it. You knew I was coming with it.
You don't need to go down this. I'm trying to talk from a practical point of view.
I know you're talking practically. I know you're talking practically.
And we're stood in a disabled bay.
I like to talk lawfully.
Yes.
Okay, so lawfully, I'm not committing any offences. You know, I know you haven't. I have, and you've requested that I leave.
Yeah.
And I'm going to politely decline. I'm not going to be rude about it because you may see it as rude that I'm declining in the first place, but I'm not going to be overly belligerent about it. I'm just going to say.
Here's the rare but valuable moment. The auditor stands firmly on his legal rights, while the sergeant responds with the same level of respect. No power games, no vague threats, and no exaggerated authority. Just clear, constructive dialogue. It's a strong example of how accountability can work best when both sides understand their boundaries and communicate within them. Without community audits, moments like this, where law, courtesy, and professionalism come together, might rarely be witnessed, much less recorded.
Civil matter.
And as long as you understand that if you are to stay here in this moment and you are to stand in front of a car that's trying to leave and conduct police work, that could obviously be obstructing the officers.
Oh, sure, I would never do that. No. Yeah. I've made it this many years, being fully aware of roads and emergency vehicles. You know, I've never been hit by a car yet. So
how are we rating so far? How are we doing? We had a rough start by the sounds of it on your audit. Has it improved as we're going along?
I'd say the. Sorry, 2 seconds. Yeah, you've been better. Yeah, I must admit. Yeah, so
well, it's a learning experience for me. We don't have this every day.
No, it's good to see a sergeant leading by example.
Yeah.
Hopefully, the PCs and DCs do pick up on your example.
I know you want a bit of a reaction.
No, I'm not giving a reaction. I'm genuinely stating that I really hope that they pick up on how you've led by example here, and they take some lessons on how you've dealt with this and how you've been so professional, calm about it.
You're going to make me blush. You can compliment me like this.
No, because you have, and you asked my name, but you didn't push it, so that's fine. But other than that,
that's just for politeness. I'm not demanding details.
No, exactly.
How would you like me to refer to you?
Yeah, and that's absolutely fine.
What today demonstrated is simple but important. Calm, competent policing can have a real impact. It also showed why audits should not be viewed merely as nuisances, but as checks that can benefit both the public and the police. Small oversights, whether unclear signage or a brief lapse in attention, can grow into bigger issues when nobody is paying attention. My Know Your Rights guide is not only for auditors, and it is not limited to confrontational situations. It's for anyone who values clarity over confusion and facts over assumptions. Knowledge and respect are not opponents. They work together. Stay informed, use that knowledge wisely, and you'll handle these moments with greater confidence.